Hello to all traders, and we're back again with another edition of Stock Watch, and this video has been brought to you by Orbex. So today, just looking at the downfall of Apple, you could say, in the last few trading sessions after it's missed what's been kicked off #1 spots by Saudi Aramco after a sell-off in the technology sector in the last few trading sessions. So it's lost its market capitalization, which brought it up to the most expensive and most valuable company in the world. But since the start of the year, stocks have dropped by roughly about 20%, which we'll see shortly on the charts. But what I want to see at the moment is we haven't actually seen these particular levels since July of last year, and that was because of the recovering pandemic stages that we saw with a lot of technology stocks on free fall. So we'll see what the outcomes are, and if we've got any support at these low levels, because we are bouncing up a little bit higher now for Apple stocks. And also just news breaking in the last 24 hours that McDonald's will fully exit Russia due to the humanitarian crisis in the Ukraine. And it did actually start closing 850 outlets in the last couple of months. However, it is actually saying it will permanently leave the country after more than 30 years of being a restaurateur in the state. So let's just take a quick look at the charts now. What are we looking at here? So as I said, just want to bring it back just to show you the levels that we didn't see since the recovery of the pandemic. This is probably the second wave or the third wave probably in 2021. But since then, Apple have been through strength to strength, a bit of a choppy market for the last few months, but now really progressively on the downside now. And we're just seeing what the consequences are of that move. So let's just bring it into a bit more focus. I've got the assistance of the Ichimoku indicator just to see what my levels will be. And as you can see at the moment, just remove these lines for you so it's a little bit easier to see. We're just looking at this support at the recent bounce that we've seen in the last couple of trading sessions. We're expecting now another move to the upside to follow this choppy route that we're seeing. And we'll just see if we can pierce the Ichimoku cloud now, because the top border and the bottom border are pretty much connected. It's a very thin cloud, meaning that's easily penetrable. And we are expecting another move to the upside. So things aren't looking too bad for Apple. It's discontinued its long favored iPod recently, and it's not really a big thing for iPhone users, because the iPhone is taking over for the iPod. iPhone sales are still booming in certain areas of the world, so nothing to really worry about there. But as I said, we're just looking to see what the opportunities are now for this really drastic and dramatic move to the downside. So now we're just seeing what we can expect. As you can see, nice support here, bouncing now to the upside, and we'll just see if that's going to come into fruition for another choppy leg, because we are finishing this move to the downside. So a V-shaped recovery could be on hand, but we've got a few stages to go through now, a few psychological levels. Have to get past the $150 zone first of all, and then we'll see if we can get up to 160, 170, and so on and so forth in that respect as well. So a few things to look out for Apple as we head on in to the trading week. And just to have a look at McDonald's as well. McDonald's have been going from strength to strength, getting back on its feet after the pandemic. We'll just see just zoom it out a little bit. As you can see, very, very nice V-shaped recovery occurring here. We've gone into a bit of a choppy consolidation at the moment. Hasn't been plain sailing to get up to these recent peaks here. Roughly about the $250, $260 mark. So we're just seeing now if we can get a bounce on the bottom border of this Ichimoku cloud. Just zoom that in for a bit better. So we're having quite a bit of support here, and because of that, we are expecting possibly another slight test at this region here, roughly about $240, and then another move to the upside, roughly about $10, $15 in the next few trading sessions. So I've been putting my bids in there. If we look on the 4-hour chart as well, unfortunately, there's nothing too much in the way of divergences to really start helping us on the RSI. The market is pretty much going in tandem with the way the RSI is going at the moment. So not too much in the way of getting many signals. We're just looking mainly at the Ichimoku cloud and other indicators as well. But we have fallen below the Ichimoku cloud lower border now. Prices are slightly weighed down in the near term, but as I said, like on the daily chart, we're expecting some kind of consolidation, bit more consolidation, and then possibly a move to the upside. So we'll just remove these drawings so it's a little bit easier to see. And yeah, we're just looking to see what the next move is, if it's going to either start moving higher, moving past the cloud, or we could have a little bit more momentum to the downside because this V-shaped recovery has kind of stalled a little bit. So just keep an eye on all the headlines, and then we'll see what's going to be in store for tomorrow. So join me then for more updates in the market, and we'll speak again then. Bye for now.